Did you see my futures bet today?
I did.
And how do you feel about me betting $250 American to win $32,000?
Oh! That is incredible. Those are my favorite type of bets, except for I think you're putting a lot of trust in a guy named Carl Wentz who hasn't been great in the last few years.
Back to the graphic. I did pick the Indianapolis Colts to win the AFC South. The interesting thing was I went through to pick, who I liked and who I didn't like. Mm-hmm. The NFC West was very scary for me. I'm not touching it.
No.
So when I looked down, I said, this is a 7-leg parlay, and it's at plus 12,998. This is good enough. I don't need to dive into the NFC West, which is going to be a crapshoot.
Bloodshed.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There's a lot of very, very, very talented humans in the football department in the NFC West, as there is everywhere. But I'm just saying those teams seem to be. I got the Bills in the AFC East.
Well.
What?
Sure. Yeah. I made a similar bet to this, but yeah, go ahead.
You had a couple differences you said there. So you probably had the Patriots, but I got the Bills in the AFC East. I got the Browns in the AFC North. I got the Colts in the AFC South at plus 140. That's a good odds booster. A lot of people taking the Titans in the AFC South. It's minus one something, plus 140 there. And then obviously the Chiefs, until they prove that they won't just win games whenever they want to win games, you can't not bet on them. Washington football team is not getting enough love, I don't think, in the NFC East. And let me tell you why. Ryan Fitzmagic.
Yep. Yeah.
You saw what Heineke was able to do with that Washington football team in the playoffs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Son of a bitch almost beat the Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzmagic is a graduated version of Heineke. With everything that Ryan Fitzmagic has in the tank, in the brain, with that team, the way it's been assembled, and Ron Rivera has the vaccination rate up high because at one point he said,
"Hey, listen, get fucking vaccinated."
That was exactly what he said.
Yeah.
We actually got audio from the team meeting room, and Ron Rivera was quoted as saying,
"You guys need to get fucking vaccinated now."
That was a different team meeting. And then even one more time, whenever the rate was below 50%, and he's coming back, obviously, from leukemia battle or whatever last season. In the third team meeting, we got audio from it. He said,
"I'm sick of this. Get fucking vaccinated."
There's a little bit of a beef possibly between Ron Rivera and the team, but I think the vaccination issue was quite a hot topic for everybody in the NFL, and it's getting figured out now. But I like the Washington football team, especially at plus 260 whenever you're doing a 7-leg parlay, and you can kind of go ahead and raise the odds just a little bit, especially with how they look. Cowboys might be an issue, especially after watching Hard Knocks. Okay, I love Dak. I like Zeke. I love Zeke. I like Mike McCarthy. I have no idea how it's going to go. Hey, a fucker's heavier than you think. We ain't about winning the division, getting the playoffs. No, it's about world championship, because once you've had it, there ain't nothing else in this business.
Hell yeah.
I love Mike McCarthy, and I think the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to be good with him at the helm. But for me, Fitzmagic, Chase Young, that team, with what they were able to almost pull off in the playoffs, that's the last thing. What have you done for me lately? The Washington football team almost surprised the world with Heineke at quarterback. Even if Heineke has to go in and it's not Fitzmagic, who looks legendary right now.
Yeah.
He just looks like what was that Michael J. Fox movie where he played basketball, but he was
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
It's kind of what his face looks like.
Photo surf.
Yeah, he kind of looks like, and by the way, Teen Wolf could ball.
Oh, yeah.
Good jumper.
Did have a great jump. Yeah. People made fun of him, though, I think, because he was a little bit different, right?
Yeah, he's a little hairy.
Yeah, he was a little hairy. He got bullied.
He manscaped.
He did need Manscaped at the time, but at that point, there was no lawnmower 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, or 4.0 to really take care of that entire thing with a non-nick
ceramic blade.
He also did not pull his penis out, so we don't know if he was manscaped or not in that movie.
Yeah, because, but to be clear, I got 2 lawnmowers, all right? I got one for the face.
Yep.
And then one for
bottom face.
Everything else.
Right.
Bottom face.
Yep.
Bottom face.
Anyways, they could be great. Go back to in the last pick, Packers, obviously. Of course. Bucks, obviously. $250 to win $32,000. I feel pretty good about it. How will it play out? Nobody knows. This is big for me. This is a futures bet, that I'm going to have to stay excited for what, the next 5 months or so. I think $32,000 on the line is going to be good, but if any one of these teams start out a little bit slow, this is completely wasted $250 betting on something we know nothing about.
Let me ask you a quick question. Which 3 of those are you most confident?
Most confident in, obviously, the worst odds. So Chiefs, Packers, and the Bucs.
Okay, so if you think those 3 are going to win their division, that is plus 256. if you parlay those 3 to win their division.
Oh, because then I can just put a quick hundo on that, probably get my money back, is what you're saying.
Well, easily. Or like if I was thinking your money terms, 5,000 to win 13,000.
Oh, so you're saying if I like those 3, how much do I like these 3?
Wrap it up.
Go ahead and put $5,000 on that thing and just keep it moving. All right, I appreciate that. Hammer down, boys. You doing future bets, current bets? Can we make money now in the future?
Everyone's playing in the preseason this weekend. One of my favorite ones is the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Cleveland Browns, and this is nothing against Cleveland Browns. It's just that Baker's not playing.
What?
Case Keenum's his backup. He's
What?
a veteran. How much do you need to see out of Case? And then the guy down the line, Kyle Lauletta, I'm not sure about him. But the Jags, you're going to have Minshew. You're going to have Trevor Lawrence.
What?
And you're going to have C.J. Beathard.
What?
All pretty good quarterbacks. I like the Jags -1 this weekend.
And
Tim Tebow.
Well, hell yeah.
that's your favorite of the weekend, yeah?
It's one of also the under in Dallas and Arizona. Dallas scored 3 points against the Steelers. Are they good?
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
is Dak playing? Probably not,
No,
because the
so-
muscle strain. And is Gary Gilbert going to be able to put anything into motion? I don't know. A couple more days of practice is huge. That Hall of Fame game, and I said a day of Hall of Fame game, and I mean with all due respect to the Hall of Fame.
Of course.
With all due respect.
All due respect.
That game is terrible.
So bad.
Stinks.
It is a bad game. Okay, it's a great moment. It's a good watch because of everything that's happening at the game. It's almost like it decides football becomes like the MLB almost for a night.
Basically.
Where the game stinks, but everything around it is awesome. And that seems to be what the MLB is. And by awesome, I mean like Real Housewives type shit that happens, Bravo TV shit that happens in MLB. But Hall of Fame game, you can't judge it because the odds are stacked completely against every single team. You only got 4 or 5 practices, and you're probably not going to make the team anyway. So are the coaches really giving you as many reps as you need in those 4 to 5 practices? Probably not. So I think you potentially see a much different team. The under does feel good, but isn't that what the sports books want you to do after that McCarthy showing, right?
Yeah.
Until you prove me otherwise. I mean, it's also the highest total of the weekend in the preseason. 40 points for that game.
Okay, so they're expecting shootout out there because it's their second game as opposed to just their first game or whatever. But does that mean anything if
Dak's not playing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Danucci, by the way, he's doing
Dunk on the thing.
Yeah, with the gator on the thing.
Yeah.